Hello, how's it going? This is Rue from Neon Gru, and I thought I'd do a cheeky little production breakdown for anyone who's as much of a nerd as I am when it comes to audio and plugins and all of that shit. So I'm just going to talk you through the Pro Tools session for Hot Wine, which is our new single that was out, I guess it was, 10 days ago today. And it's gone down a storm. We're really happy. And for all of you audio geeks, let's dive into the Pro Tools sesh. And actually, let's just stay here doing this for about half an hour. No, but here's the session. So I do everything in Pro Tools, and it's I don't know how many tracks it is. It's reaching the max, I guess, so it'll probably be about 128. There's going to be a few submixes in here, and some other things, and I'll take it from the top. Well, actually, I don't really know where the top is. I mean, the top of the tracks or the top of the song. This is my first production breakdown, so yeah. If you're expecting entertainment, leave now. This is just going to be pure audio. I'm just going to talk about EQ the whole time. This is just going to be an entire 30-minute video devoted to 5K on the snare drum. Speaking of snare drums, maybe let's start with the drums, and I'll show you what we got going on here. So, this session actually started as a kind of jam session at George's place in New Cross, London. He's got a gorgeous little studio set up there, and we were just jamming through a whole bunch of songs, and we recorded the jams. Now we were actually jamming over speakers with the click track coming out through speakers, and everyone was just as it was in the room. And that ended up being on the final recording for this track and for Growing Pains, which was our first single. So these drums are actually, they're originally going to be like demo drums, really, because there was so much spill from everything and the click and all of that. This is the actual raw recording. With some, let me turn off all the verb stuff. Well, you know when there's verb and you just no idea where it's coming from. That's the kind of situation we're dealing with right now. But anyway, that's Nuno playing that beautiful groove, and you can hear the spill from mainly guitar. We were all playing in the background. And this was it was a really rough recording. That's the overheads. I believe it was like, I feel like for some reason there was like one overhead mic and then kind of an Omni mic in the kit or something like that. So this would have been the Omni mic. And then we had close mics on the toms and the snare and the kick. And then, so because the track kind of formed around that recording and that groove, I've then got a few samples going on. Oh, we've got a little room channel, fake room. That's nuts. So we've got a little chamber vibe, we've got a little trash vibe, got a little cheeky 180 vibe, got a little decapitator vibe, and some 670 going on there. That's mixed in. That's me pretending that we had a room mic. And then we've got some samples as well going on here, which would be oh, someone's a bit crunchy, aren't they? Check that out. So what's going on there? This is Addictive Trigger. It's my favourite kind of drum. drum package, and of course gone for the modern jazz bundle because we're a modern jazz band. I mean, and jazz beats with a Z because we're cool, and that's how we spell things. You know, we use Zs unnecessarily. Well, I mean, some would argue they're necessary. Anyway, that's the kit vibe. Kick sample, fake room, scatty overheads. That's the kind of foundation of the track, is that groove by Nuno. Oh, and then we got some more samples up here. I believe this was, oh, and we got some more up here as well. This was because I think we adapted the groove a bit. Let's see, what's this guy? This guy was really late in the game. This was Leon messaged me. He sent me a voice memo of a groove, trying to kind of change in the groove for the chorus, and that just kind of adds a little extra, little kind of. I mean, to be honest, it just kind of confuses the kicks a bit, which it turned out I kind of liked. I mean, you know, you're not meant to do that kind of thing, but whatever. And then my favourite snare drum. It's such a whip, such a little whip, this guy. Only happens a few times in the choruses, but it's yeah, that's the vibe, that's the drum vibe. And then well, I'll work out from here. So we've got work out, I haven't worked out in fucking ages. So we've got Dyson doing his crazy thing. So what's going on here with Dice? We've got a few layers. We've got, that looks like just one thing repeated. We fitted him in as a kind of overdub session where it was just jamming out loads of different things on top of this track, and it ended up fitting in really beautifully as especially in the ending, in the last chorus, just as this extra vibe. I mean, someone tell me to turn down the reverb, please. Please. I mean, it's just so excessive. It's so excessive. Yeah, Dyson's just going nuts here with the double time stuff. Fireworks. Absolute fireworks. Then what have we got? We've got our signature cowbell. With a pitch shifty thing going on, because life's for living and you sometimes just got to go out on a limb and shift that pitch. And that's got a cheeky little I guess what's the vibe of that? I guess it's the pre-delay. Yeah, it's got quite a long pre-delay on that verb. And it's kind of panned weirdly. Oh yeah, look, the verb is panned all to the right, so that's all just kind of like weird cowbell vibes. Got a few shakers. This will be Nuno. It's got the track in the background. And Shakere, and this will be Waves Factory, is that the name of the company? Shireen. Shaker vibe is the best vibe. So that is all of our drums. If I show you everything at once. Woo! And then the last layer of drummage is like 5 channels of wait, what's the? Oh, that's nothing. That channel. 4 channels of random filter stuff. doing some crazy shit. That's just that'll be through a few different effects processors, like effect rack, sound towards effect rack, and outputs movement, and just kind of recording a whole bunch of different passes of just random filter stuff going on, and then me messing with it live, and then comping the takes, so we get some weird monstrous. And this counts as drums. This is all of Leon's beatboxing tracks, which we again added quite late in the process, but adds a real sizzle. And he's just killing it with a whole bunch of different things. Now that, to be honest, I've no idea how that got to sound like that, but I'm pretty sure that started as beatbox. That's a good production breakdown, isn't it? Hey, look, here's the sound. I don't know how it happened, but here's the sound. Hey, is this mic clipping? Check! Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let me just turn that down. First production breakdown. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. And then... yeah. Don't tell anyone that I didn't high pass filter that. Shh. Beatboxing vibes. Great. So beatboxing, filter drums, real drums, original drums, samples, Dyson, percussion. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. And that's the foundation of this track, really, is all that groove. And that's quite intricately comped and automated so that it all does the right stuff at the right time. Oh, this is a fun little movement. This is going into... one of my favourite moments is going into verse 2. It's nuts. And that's helped along by Dyson's... boom. Boom. So that's all the drums. Moving on to Bassland. So tasty. So tasty. So the chorus bass, this is a bounce. I had probably about 10 bass tracks, and then this is like submixed down because I ran out of tracks in Pro Tools. Happens all the time. I still haven't bought an HD license. One day, but it's so expensive, like Jesus. But you can hear what's going on. There's subby shit, there's chorus, there's phase mistress, teeny tiny bit, little 8% phase mistress, and then the rest of the track is, oh, not that apparently. Yeah. So using CLA, I love CLA bass. Not really being very subtle there with the sub, am I? Yeah, I think this needs a little bit of sub, maybe like plus 10. And some multiband. Wow. Okay, being pretty... What's the point of adding sub and then taking it away? See, this is why... I don't know. This is why anything. It's just silly. No, let's call it an industry secret. Yeah, so that's how you get a great bass sound, right? You add loads of sub, and then you just cut the sub. That's vibes. And then you add sub back in with the R bass. And 1B, Softube. I love Softube plugins, especially their compressors. Amazing. And the 1B is just... it's just great. Absolutely great. And then Guitar World. There's actually not that many guitar channels for this track. But the ones that are there, they play their part beautifully. So we've got, let's see. so gorgeous, that part. So this was just Georgie, just him and a dotted quarter note. Oh god, him and that delay just works so beautifully. Such a signature thing for George. And Fender Twin, which this is vaguely copying, in Native Instruments guitar rig. And then going into tube tape delay and Echo Boy, doing the 8th note dotted delay. What else have we got going on? We've got this guy. So gorgeous. Again, doing same kind of vibe with a 5th pedal. So he's playing, I mean, he normally plays with a 5th pedal. We just recorded this pre-pedals and then redid the effects. Huh. Seems like there's a bit of a random panage going on. And some Holdilla Black. And some pretty heavy bandpass stuff, chorus vibes. Can't seem to define. So we've got 2 guitars. We've got obviously main vibe of this guy's tremolator. Generally same vibe throughout this track. We got Fender Twin going into this dotted delay, and the various things happening. The tremolator. Oh, so the whole track is actually. No, wait. I've got to do this in order. No, I'll jump to it now. So the whole track is actually going through a tremolo as well. I believe that's up here. Yeah. So we've got a. Is that 7% or 0.7%? Yeah, 7%. We've got a 7% tremolo on the whole track. It just felt that was I added that about a couple of months ago. This track's taken about a year to get from start to finish. Maybe a bit longer actually, maybe like a year and a half. It's been a slow development because we've been finding our sound and playing around with loads of layers. But this was quite a late addition. It just felt like it had that motion to it, that kind of. I wanted that to be constantly going on as like a subtle theme throughout this whole track. Is this quarter note? Sorry, 16th note. Fucking hell. Kind of shake. The whole thing shakes. So the guitar does more of that, and then the second guitar is filling out the mids. And then we've got our little Afro break before verse 2. In fact, I think I have that little build up into verse 2 was originally a lot longer. I wonder if I've got the original here. Oh yeah. Whoa, old mix. Whoa. Yeah, originally we had this just kind of bass and guitar vibe in the breakdown. And that turned into Right. It's such a punchy little drop, that. So moving on to the vocals, we've got our beautiful choir. Nice voice just makes me so happy. Just makes me so happy. So we've got, I guess the main vibe is the PhoenixVerb. It's pretty al natural, really, that. But then what's going on here? I think I sampled like a beat of that and then looped it, and that turned into okay. Alright, so what's going on here? I think that's probably a mix bus thing, he says hesitantly. Right, what's going on with that? Oh, that must be actually in the recording then. Okay, so this is another submix jobby. That looks like our vibe. Is this our girl here? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, it's Saturn. Okay. So we've just got yeah, so it's that just these few beats repeated. And then Saturn is FabFilter Saturn. And then this next bit is nuts. So this this kind of synth thing is all nigh. That's all the choir being processed with various pitch things. I believe that's this channel here. Wait, let me just clean up my channel heights. I hate disordered channel heights. So we've got let me just unfreeze this sucker. Oh yeah, this is embarrassing. Production breakdown. I'll just probably get loads of slow computer moments. I should have like a button that just plays elevator music while we wait. So this synth. That's me playing one note. So that is... It's just the same sample that we were just listening to. Let's ignore my dad emailing me. So that's just, you know, this choir. In Kontakt. And then going through another Softube plugin, Otto's Biscuit. You can hear what that's doing. And then Saturn. I'm doing some high stuff. Old tape, because tape's cool, right? That's how you make hip records, is just put it all through tape. If there's one thing I learned at university... No, it's not that. It's not that. And then... yeah, there's just some crazy panning automation going on here. I'll show you both lanes. So we've got I'll play at halftime so you can see what's going on with the things here. Yeah. And that's the vibe. That's our synth there. Where did she go? Where did she go? There she is. So that's verse 2. And then obviously nice vocals, which are all incredible. I'm not sure there's much processing. You to know that this isn't over. Oh yeah, occasionally got this cheeky little vocal synth going on, just a lower octave vibe. Happens a few times. I
I just can't seem to define tomorrow. Pull me down.
And then the only real processing apart from that on the vocals is this. I don't know what this is. Let's find out. Just a bit of space. This is such an ambient track that there's just excessive amounts of reverb everywhere. Let's see. There's no backing vocals. There's me singing one line. I think I recorded loads and then ended up just keeping that one little bit in. Oh, that's some double track stuff at the end in the last chorus. And what else have we got? We got a little vocal effect leading into the first chorus, which is the classic, like, reverse the track, add reverb, print it, then reverse the whole thing, and then chop it, you know.
Need you to know that this isn't over. Red.
Got a few backing vocals. Well, not really backing vocals, more just like kind of mumble vocals. Oh yeah, we got this guy in verse 2. I say guy, I should feminize things. We're talking about Nye here. Such a beautiful little counterpoint. Jesus, will someone please high-pass filter this stuff? I mean, come on. So that's all the vocals. Moving on to synth and keyboard world, which is where I live most days. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm just gonna... Do you know what? I'm just gonna play all of these. Maybe. Yeah. So what's going on? Oh yeah, so this was actually the first riff during the very initial jam we had, the first jam we had of Hot Wine. That was the riff that I was playing when Nuno was doing his drums. So like we were jamming this vibe. We were just playing that for ages. I think the bass line was pretty formed as well. That was pretty much as it came at the beginning. And then we've got a few. So that was just like a synth patch in my Nord while we were jamming, and then I've added things with my Summit. Like extra layers. Oh yeah, then we got this nice little riff. I really like that sound. That's just copying George's guitar part. And that is... Oh, it's Kontakt. Who was it? Let's find out. Oh, it's Analog Dreams, which is something I very rarely use, but sometimes it's fucking cool. Going into Primal Tap. Seasick, yep. What else is going on? Oh, we got a nice... It's the main synth in the chorus. Now I did this before I had a peak before the Summit. The peak was the little brother of the Summit here. And again through the tremolator. This was the original vibe. And then what is this? Oh yeah, This is leading into verse 2. Now this would be, let me just turn off automation for a second so you can hear what's going on. I think this is actually to be honest, I've no idea where that came from. It's just on my tape machine. I've got I don't know if it was recorded to this track or if it was something else. For a second there I was thinking it was from a Run Buffalo recording. But that's it was just on the tape. I record loads of things just onto my little I've got a little TAC tape machine, 4-track. It's probably reversed and I don't know, fucked around in some way. And obviously automated so that it drops quite tastily into and the way that it dries, and then we've got our bridge, which is a mad bridge. It's a mad bridge. So there's a few melody synths going on. There's a piano, which is my favourite piano sample. Hans Zimmer piano. Got a crazy distorted clav because I'm obsessed with clavinets. It's a problem. Well, it's literally a problem because I've got a broken E7 clavinet which I've been trying to fix for probably about 3 years. It's nearly there. But for now, I'm using Keyscape. Let's see what preset that is because I like distorted vibes. That is clavinet C guitarish in overdrive. Oh, it's the release. That's the thing about Keyscape is they've just nailed every aspect of the sound, like from the release to the mechanical noises. Ugh. It's just hot. It's just fucking hot. Don't know what synth that would be. Sorry, no idea where that came from. That's just some vibe. To be honest, that one could be output Substance. I really like Substance for lead parts, actually. I mean, it's great for bass as well, but it's got some great... When you take the sounds up a few octaves, they're just great. And then Organ Vibe, of course, which definitely could do with some EQ, but I seem to have gotten away with it. Maybe. What else is going on? Got some whirly. Probably a few whirly layers. Yeah, I got a few whirly layers up here and tremolo, of course. It's just comforting. Whirlies are so comforting. They're like a hug. It's like you're playing a hug. It's so nice. Got some other clav bits. This would have been recorded just with the Nord. Except these are... I think these are actually... I sampled them from a real clavinet and put them into my Nord. And that's going through... this is just in verse 2. There's a couple of moments.
For the wind and the
like one. I'm so down for the one note clavinet vibe, just like popping in to a track, just every like the best recent example of that was Chaka Khan's like Sugar, the recent track that she put out. There's just this one clavinet note in the loop, and it's the sexiest thing. It's just the sexiest thing. Like, Jesus. So out of keys world into sound effects and other things. There's just a few like well, I'll touch on this layer. What's this? This is it's leading into chorus 2. And this is, I think this is Dyson. Yeah, just like looped a couple of snare things. We've got a bit of a rising. Huh. I guess the volume is the main thing. To be honest, that pan stuff going on, I'm pretty sure that's just an accident from chopping and pasting. But again, I haven't had any complaints so far. I haven't had any letters from the filter police. But I am expecting them any day now, to be honest. What have we got going on next? So here we've got our spaceman. Whatever his name is. This is probably the most excessive. I didn't realise how excessive this was until I prepared this session for the production breakdown, which I haven't done that much, but at least everything's colour-coded, which it mostly was before. This was just like a Zoom recording of us hanging out and mixing the track, like...
Cool. Wow. Till when?
Give me the phone,
I'm
you
gonna give
dick
you a
out.
fucking What am I not nice anymore? I just give you a fucking foot rub,
No,
bitch.
I know. Yeah.
I know you can hear me.
Whoa. Oh, Leon, no. Oh, why would you do that?
And I'm gonna kill you.
Oh,
Just so you know.
creepy fucker. Fuck.
The sock on. Oh my god.
This is just us hanging out and mixing it and working on shit. See, just fucking with the recording. Anyway, so that's like fucking 2 hours of Zoom recording, and I ended up using, how long is this? 10 seconds, and this is slowed down, so this is actually about 5 seconds. 5 seconds of a 2 hour recording. And that's going through altar boy, speakerphone, little telephone, old black phone. That's that. Then we got a few risers and stuff and swells. Let's see. Some of these will be made with the riser. I can't remember who makes the riser. It's plugin like THE lowercase and then riser with a capital R, all one word. I use that quite a lot for random stuff. We've got a few kind of electronic drum percussion layers. These are made with Slate and Ash's Cycles pack, which is amazing. Oh yeah, a couple of this is verse 2. I do like this vibe. I'll turn it up so you can hear it. It's just a vibe, absolute vibe. Some more random stuff. What's going on here? It's going into the bridge. So that would be, I think that kind of lurch was done with FabFilter Volcano. Although I might be wrong with that. I tend to, I do a lot of mix bus stuff and then I print it and then I don't really know where it came from. It's just if it's cool then it stays. Including the intro, which I should mention. Although this was actually Leon's design. The original intro, I'll see if I have the original intro here. Oh yeah, look. So this is what the original, yeah. So that was the original, or at least an older version than the released version. And then Leon just sent me a version with this little effect thing going on, and it worked, and it made it a lot snappier. That's literally the same intro, but with a little cheeky rundown there. Keep the filter police away from me. I think I'm playing by the rules there. Well, anyway, it's Leon's move, so they can arrest him if they're going to arrest anyone. And then, let's see, what else is going on? All that's left is this other stuff. So I tend to lay out my sessions going through 2 mix buses. So the instrumentals, well, it depends on the session. For this session, pretty much everything was going through 1 mix bus, and then that was going into another mix bus for the bridge. So by the time we got to the bridge, if you can call this a bridge, I don't even, no, it's not a bridge. It's like, I don't know what this is, man. I don't know what this is. Labels suck. Free ourselves from oppressive labeling. Mix engineers unite. So no, this is just the in the second chorus, the whole mix filters. Let's see what goes on.
I'm gonna find my way out in time. 'Cause I'm sinking.
Yeah. So that's mix bus 1, everything's getting filtered, and then into mix bus 2 we've got our vocal stem.
Like an empty child, I'm gonna find my way.
Sounds pretty vibey. What's going on there?
Like an empty child.
I guess, oh yeah, I just did a little low pass, little soothe, and 670. Triangle, my favourite instrument in the world. Quantized, because I still can't play the fucking thing. And our choir. And that's pretty much the deal. Mix bus wise, I mean, I've got a separate, maybe I should open up the mastering session. So mastering wise, there's not too much going on. Just a bit of EQ, a bit of soothe. And oh look, this is a sneak peek at the 4 tracks on our EP coming out this winter. Woo! Weiss, this is another Softube thing. Love it. There we go. Waves, Abbey Road TG mastering thing. Just doing a bit of EQ stuff, a bit of tape. No, not tape. Just EQ. A little bit of compression. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, tiny bit. And a bit of high end, and then ozone doing its thing. Oh dear, someone was over keen. Oh yeah, this was a really last minute thing. I actually sent the track off to Spotify, and then decided there was too much bass, and did that, and had to resubmit it. It was an absolute ball ache, and I need to learn to get my bass right. That's the lesson there. Before you submit to Spotify. Yeah, that's pretty much the vibe. So we've got a couple of things on the mix bus here as well. I do enjoy a bit of Vulf. I have to admit, especially in verse 2. It's doing quite a lot here.
For the way wind and the way that it dries.
And okay, another layer of Weiss. So we've got 2 Weiss. Why not? Why not? And obviously the tremolator, which I mentioned earlier. And that is the session. So if you've made it this far, then congratulations. You win a hug. And I hope you've enjoyed this little insight into hot wine. And we're very excited to share some more share some more stuff with you in the next few months. We've got some videos, and obviously our EP's coming out in winter, and I'll be doing some more production breakdowns then. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. See you around.